Hello and welcome to the 40... You know what? I was on vacation last week. I can't remember which one we're on. I'm just going to say we're on the 44th.
I think it's 44th.
I think we're on the 44th. Unfortunately, last week we had to record the podcast on Wednesday because I went on a vacation starting on Thursday, so our normal podcast time got pushed up a day, so we didn't get to talk about the weekly update. And of course, there was some actual stuff to talk about in the weekly update that week. They revealed some stuff they're doing for a big patch in December, namely weapon balances. Also, fixing weapon parts. You guys want to chime in on that a little bit?
I'm a huge fan of this because I don't have any weapon parts and I've got a ton of Glimmer. These two things are solving my problem. Getting Gunsmith to sell weapon parts is great.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm down to 40 weapon parts, which is painful.
I had like 1,500 when the Taken King came out.
Me too. I've been blowing through them.
I still have 2,718.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Yeah. That's only on one character.
That's insane. And I'm pretty excited that we're getting a patch like next week, and then we're getting a big update in December.
Yeah. And
those updates usually come around the time that we get new content, don't they?
What are you trying to say here, Briar?
I'm just making an observation, man.
Hey, man.
So you think there might be some content coming,
man?
Just saying, man. Just saying. I'm not trying to make a statement.
Don't you find it odd that we have no idea what the next content release is going to be?
Yeah,
that is true.
And now
I do find it odd.
is out.
Oh my god!
And Call of Duty is out.
And Battlefront next week. Oh my god!
I know all this because every single video that we post has people going "R.I.P. Destiny, Fallout 4, and Call of Duty is out." So I'm keenly aware of these games being out.
We got the Dark Below last year in December. We got a big update coming in December this year.
This is true.
Okay.
Just
so
making
Briar,
some observations here.
So Briar, you're actually thinking that they're going to drop a possibility of a DLC-sized update on us, and they just haven't been talking about it. That's what you're alluding to.
I don't know if it's coming in December, but I wouldn't be surprised if it came in January.
Yeah, I'd be thrilled if that's the case. Like
I would be too.
I'd be like, oh my god, it'd be like, oh, hallelujah, rejuvenation.
There might be a little bit of credence to this, actually. I mean, think about it here. Think about it for a second. I'm jumping ahead to this week's weekly update, and we'll cover some other stuff. But yeah, we're going to this weekly update for one small specific thing. Is they are going to be introducing some sort of recruit a friend type thing where it rewards you for like helping out someone else. It's quote unquote to help the Sherpas out of the game, but they specifically mention
how they worded it.
They specifically mention there's going to be some sales going on with this game in the holiday season. So if you want to help out a friend, then you're gonna be getting some stuff. So it's like, so there might be some credence to this this rumor, or not this rumor, but this theory by Briar. It's not really a rumor yet. If only one person said it.
By Briar.
Well, I'm creating a rumor, I guess. But if you think about it, right, is if they had a big push for the next DLC, right, a big press release, everybody starts getting excited for the next DLC, even if it comes after Christmas, which I think would be wiser than actually doing the before Christmas thing. I mean, that would create a lot of hype around Destiny going into that Christmas shopping season where, they're kind of getting overshadowed right now. Just, let's be honest, Bungie has a marketing team. They're watching, what other games are coming out. They're watching, what the news stories are. Yeah, Activision. So, they're aware of this, and, they want their name to be out there come Christmas time for that Christmas buying season. It wouldn't surprise me at all if we start seeing some big announcements from Bungie.
Yeah. On the other hand, they've got pretty easily five major contenders that they're dealing with when it comes to Christmas shopping. And they also might be thinking maybe they should let that holiday season kind of slide by and then start saying, guess what, in January, here's this hot new thing that's coming out. Or maybe that's what you're saying to me. Maybe that's like how you're wording it. But in my mind, I think they might be more interested in letting the hype for these five major games that are out right now kind of get consumed. And then interest levels start rising back for Destiny when they start releasing all those other content that we are speculating over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it would be silly for them to be out there talking right now about the next
It really
DLC,
would.
right?
Yeah.
It'd be silly.
It'd be almost as silly as Tomb Raider being released during Fallout 4.
Seriously. That
Rip.
is ridiculous.
Rip.
I got to say,
Nice
that game is
exclusive.
amazing, by the way, and it's too bad it's getting eclipsed by Fallout 4. Just want to say
Yeah,
that
I
real
love
quick.
Tomb Raider games. I'm really looking forward to playing it, but right now I am all over Fallout 4. You missed
Yeah.
Trials of Osiris, Patrick.
Yes,
You were
I
on
did,
vacation.
and I was wanting to ask you guys a little bit about that. Basically, on my vacation, I was on San Juan Island in the Pacific Northwest. I had to steal internet from Canada, like literally steal internet from Canada to actually stay up to date on these things. So I get to the islands and see that I'm getting service from like Rogers cell phone tower on Victoria Island, which is about 5 miles across the strait
Wow.
from where I was staying.
That old school roaming, huh?
Oh yeah, some of that old school roaming. I'll give Rogers credit. I got 3 bars of 4G while I was all the way out there. But anyway, I saw that Exodus Blue, one of my absolute most hated maps, was Trials of Osiris. It was for Trials.
So I let me go first. I hate that map too. I especially hate it for Control. I think that
I hate it for
point
6v6.
is just pure chaos.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it for Trials. I had a blast on it for Trials. It was small, having those small 3v3 teams. Like made the map feel like it was the right size for Trials of Osiris. I loved how there was sniping lanes, but also you could run around with a shotgun. Like it seemed like it encouraged any kind of play style you could play on that map. I had a blast on that map. I thought it was really fun. I know that's not going to be a popular opinion, but I really had fun on that map.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can honestly see that. I haven't played that map when it's in Trials. I have played it when it's in the elimination game mode, and that is one of the things I notice is pretty much any loadout really works there due to just the way the map is built.
Mm-hmm.
And it definitely feels like it is built more around 3v3 type game modes instead of 6v6, which is just way too cluttered in my opinion.
Just chaos.
Yeah,
Chaos on the map.
Yeah, utter chaos.
I think I still have disdain for the map. I don't like the map still, but you're absolutely right. Any loadout worked for in Trials, and it was fun to snipe on it. It was absolutely fun to do the challenges and try to get the snipes off. I felt like the spawns were imbalanced, because if you spawned in the back towards the open area instead of down by the tunnels by heavy inside spawn, you had your sniping lanes immediately almost as soon as you spawned, whereas the other team had to go and get ready for those sniping lanes. So if you were up against a really good team of snipers and they got that spawn, then there was no point in challenging that sniping territory, because you were going to get.
I definitely agree with that, but from that higher spawn, you had multiple options on what you could do there. You didn't have to go for those sniping lanes right away. You could go kind of through the B control point. You could go down below to the A side heavy. I mean, there were a lot of different options. You could try and flank. You could try
absolutely.
just confront with 3 snipers going through that tunnel, like that tube that seemed to be super popular.
Yeah.
I felt like there was just a ton of different options.
It felt like there was 6 lanes.
Yeah, there was a lot of lanes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I know a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people said this is like, it's unbalanced, it's not symmetrical. Trials of Osiris should have more symmetrical maps. But I thought this one was fun. Like I had a blast almost every match I played.
I will say that I saw some of the most interesting gameplay come out of this, just from like a viewership perspective. I saw like at least 4 or 5 really cool montages, all with different weapon loadouts. Like normally it's, oh hey, here's our sniper montage for Trials, and it's like that for every map. This one, I saw some fantastic stuff with people from using the chaperone. Again, sniper montages on that map are always cool. I saw a great guy doing a 1v3, an entire game as a 1v3. Nice. And he spawned on the side that you were talking about that was actually not as strong. He spawned on the lower tunnel side. It's movie of the week.
Movie of the week.
Yeah, the movie of the week, which was he had some fantastic gameplay in there using Still Piercer and Red Death. Quickly swapped to it after getting a body shot with Still Piercer to heal himself. It was that was some fantastic play from that guy, and also just seeing the enemy team still teabag him was hilarious, even when they are losing against one person.
Salt is salt.
No matter the source.
I found the map useful when your team pushed up on one side, you could still manage a flanking route on it. It seems big enough that you could manage a flanking route and stay off radar. And if a team clumped up together, you could come around to the side and snipe across and get them when they're not looking at you. I like this. I like the changing up of sniper and close quarters combat. So I don't know. I was a big fan of it.
What was the weapon that dropped this week?
The sniper.
The sniper? Oh, pity.
Yep.
Of course.
No, and the funny thing is that I got the sniper, and I thought the same thing. The only thing it doesn't have is it doesn't have the damage to be able to snipe from a revive, right? I got finally the perks that I wanted. I mean, I got short gaze, hidden hand, snapshot, and a performance bonus, or grenadier. It didn't really matter which one. But to me, that sniper, I ended up using it, and I've quickly become my favorite sniper rifle.
Cool.
Nice.
It's something about it. It feels good. Maybe it's just because I finally got the short gaze scope that I really wanted.
Briar, did we have a question about sniper rifles from Twitter this week? Briar? Briar?
My bad, guys. My cat started meowing. I had to throw it out of the office.
Brilliant. Okay, so since we were talking about sniper rifles, I think we should put in that Twitter question if you want to.
Yeah, this was Shady at McGusto816. He asked, do you guys feel that the Irene, this is the sniper rifle that was just for sale, it's available now from the Armsday.
Yeah,
Armsday, if you picked it up last week.
Do you think that the Irene will be a bigger problem in trials than Final Round was?
No. I genuinely don't. For one thing, yes, I do hate that perk. Not for it's random, but it's because it exists and it allows people to one shot someone. But it is random. It's not a 100% chance. It's not going to be as big of a problem as firing rounds into the dirt and then getting that off. I think we also had another question of, do you think snipers are still too strong?
Times Vengeance at the MQ9 Reaper. Do you think Bungie will try to tone down the snipers?
There we go. Yeah, that was the question that I was looking. That was the question prompt I was looking for. What do you guys think about that? Because I have an opinion on it, but I want to kind of hear where you guys are coming from first on snipers.
Do you well, I could see the aim assistance being toned down and being brought back down to maybe something a little bit more considerable, or a little bit more of what other games have in terms of aim assist for a sniper rifle. Because on some of them, it's just ridiculously sticky, but at the same time,
1,000 yard stare is pretty sticky, and that's the one everybody's using right now.
Yeah, it's because it's also because you can res snipe, and it came from that mission.
I think I think that's the biggest issue there is that it came from the mission, so that's why everyone's like, oh my god, it's so overpowered, everyone's using it. Well, because everyone got it. Same thing like with conspiracy theory.
Yeah, if we had gotten Irene instead of the Irene, or however you pronounce it, then everybody would have been using that instead because of the res sniping on it. But I think the overall aim assist is kind of a problem, but at the same time, when you get put into a match that is laggy or having problems with the peer-to-peer connections, I think the aim assistance is treated separately from the actual geometry models.
It is
in the game.
You can get off some stupid stuff.
Well, yeah, that, or you can have stuff not hit at all. Just shoot him in the face, and the aim assistance feels like it evaporated. So the inconsistency, I think, is the problem also that they're having, and I don't know what Bungie needs to do. They need to reopen the guts of that and figure out why it does that.
Dedicated servers.
Yeah, Deddies. Let's get some Deddies in here.
So I think that focusing on the model that they want to use, the damage model that they want to use, and maybe adjusting aim assist to focus on, like, if it's a powerful weapon that has a high impact, then maybe the aim assist is lower. The problem is that they've kind of crossed the two streams there. And high impact snipers also have high aim assist. You can't really have the two of those together, I feel, and have a challenging sniper shot.
So you'd like kind of like a risk reward system where if you use a low impact sniper, maybe you get helped out with aim assist, but if you use a high impact sniper, which has the more potential to kill in one shot, then you don't get as much help from aim assist.
I think that would be a more balanced system.
Actually,
what they currently have.
That sounds
I
good.
like that idea.
You'd still treat snipers as it's either one in the head or two in the body, and then you have the other sniper where you can res snipe or you can't. And even though you could pick a sniper with a lower impact and higher aim assist, you can still just snipe people with that higher aim assist. I think that is where the imbalance comes from if it's going to be a heavily sniper based PvP environment. But Yeah, we still have shotguns, so
as deadly as snipers are, I still think that the one-shot kill up close of a shotgun also requires some skill.
Oh yeah,
I can't believe I just said that.
Yeah, no, it does.
It does require skill. So I think that you have those two kind of guns to handle those two bookends. What they haven't figured out is where fusion rifles fit in that. And so I'd like to see some of that middle ground between the somewhere between where the shotgun ends and the sniper rifle begins, having that secondary fusion rifle have a home again. Because I know there's a lot of people that had fun using it, and I mean I wasn't one of those.
In Destiny was that fusion rifle, yeah.
It's a new archetype, new type of gun. It'd be nice to see those come back.
I would like that too. I in vanilla Destiny, like the early days of Destiny, they were my go-to secondary because they were just the most fun to me. It felt the most original. Like coming out of Call of Duty, there's nothing like that in other shooters that I had been playing for years. So I just gravitated towards something fresh and new. And
it's like a Spartan laser that you can use in your secondary. It's kind of what it felt like originally. I definitely think aim assistance needs to be toned down. A lot of people, what is it, 1,000-yard stare is just a sniper with training wheels. It has so much aim assist. Her Benevolence had more when you properly went
Shadow
for the
Veils.
Shadow Veils had more when you maxed everything out. It's just the fact that everyone has one. Honestly,
I don't really see a problem with it the way it is. I'll be honest with you. I don't find that like I don't feel like I'm getting sniped when I don't deserve to be sniped, or I don't feel like they're too easy. I feel like in the hands of like super good players, they make them look too easy. They're popular right now, and the 1,000-yard stare, like you said, everybody's got, so it's going to appear in your kill feed an awful lot, which is going to make a lot of people say this gun's overpowered because it's always killing me. But that's just because everybody's using it. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really have a problem with the way it is. I'll be honest with you.
I do think that a lot of it is people just being upset over being killed by the 1,000-yard stare. Yeah. But if you look at the longbow or the LDR, I mean, it's pretty much in the same category. It's not better.
It's the exact same category.
I think the base aim assist on those those snipers were higher. I think it was like 48 or something.
The base was I think 49 on LDR and then 51 on longbow. Because I remember it was these incrementally small values that they were higher than.
Yeah, exactly. So those had a higher aim assist right there. There wasn't god rolls.
Keep in mind there was an aim assist reduction applied after Taken King on snipers.
I didn't realize that. Didn't realize that.
Yeah, there was one because right now her Benevolence was at like 50. I believe it was around 50. Right now base is at 30 for it.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
So I wonder what Shadow of Veils was at, because Shadow of Veils is I think 69. Yeah, with the short gaze built into it.
In trials this weekend, I was playing with a pulse rifle, obviously mainly as my primary, and I'd go up against snipers as long as I wasn't dumb about it and like go to that tunnel,
going to the obvious spots.
Yeah, as long as I didn't do something stupid like that, I was having no problem taking out snipers who weren't as skilled. But with a pulse rifle, I feel like I don't honestly think there's a problem right here. I don't feel like there's a problem here.
Okay. Well, I do think that the aim assist could go down a bit, but other than that, I mean, a sniper should kill in one hit in the head, and it should kill in 2 body shots. I do think that. I don't think luck in the chamber should exist because I think that is dumb.
It's better than final round though.
It is better than final round.
It's better than final round. I really like it for PvE. Like, it's such a good PvE perk.
With that hollow sight on it, get out of here.
It's
so cool.
It's a really cool weapon. Did you guys by chance watch Triple Rex stream yesterday? I don't remember what ungodly hour it was at. He ended up doing some tests with the luck in the chamber, and you're able to consistently get it to proc on the first 2 rounds. Shoot a round off and then reload, and then you end up having about a 40% chance.
Really?
For one of the first 2 rounds to do it, which is still really high. I feel like I end up bashing this way too much and making it more of an issue than it currently is, because
I just don't think it's as big a problem as final round where you could plan for it.
It's not as big of a problem. It's just the fact that it's still there.
Every once in a while, you're gonna get lucky. Just like every once in a while, you get lucky with a 2-shot kill with Hawkmoon.
To be honest with you, if it's gonna be a random bullet, I would have liked the clip to be larger.
True.
Yeah, 5-shot.
Just make it 5 or 6 shot. That would have balanced it out a little bit, make it a little bit more random.
Even when Final Round was around, it wasn't that prevalent in Trials.
It wasn't prevalent in the Trials that I was playing. Like for some reason, I only encountered people like when I played with Pope Bear for some reason. Seriously, like any time I played with Pope Bear in Trials, we'd go against a final rounder, and then I'd get to hear Pope Bear rage about final rounders, and it was always hilarious.
It doesn't make me angry like Final Round does, because people actively like trolled with that gun. They would shoot into the ground to get the one shot kill, and I just think that cheapened the game. And if you're talking about a randomness of a bullet and there's no real way of making sure that you get it and you're just shooting with it, RNG is part of the game for me now. So if a guy gets a one-shot kill on me randomly and he gets baby bumpers he should have got a body shot and he should have gotten a 2-shot instead of 1-shot on me, but he got lucky. Then I guess that's fine. I good for him. Mm-hmm. But final round just seemed to bother me like nobody's business.
Well, you could plan for it. That's what killed me about it. Is you'd hear people firing 3 shots off, and then
I don't know. I mean, for me, it was like I hear them fire those shots off, and they either had 1 or 2, depending on the roll that they had on the spear, and if they missed, then they're screwed because I'm gonna hunt them down and kill them.
Mm-hmm. I wish Shade Step had existed then, so I could just make a montage of Shade Stepping final rounders. That would have been
nice. Yeah.
You guys want to talk about this week's weekly update? Because I feel like there's some good stuff in here.
Yes, absolutely. Briar, you want to lead that one off?
All right, so we got some changes coming to Iron Banner. Some of these I can't remember. I swear to God this isn't a change, but anyway. Iron Banner reputation is changing. They're going to up it by 20%, which is great.
Thank God.
Yep. We're going to get increased rewards, especially at rank 2 and above.
I'm sorry, we've been promised increased rewards before, and it's like, well, I'll believe it when I fucking see it at this point.
Believe it when I see it.
Fool me once.
Yeah.
Packages from Lord Saladin upon reaching rank 3 and rank 5, which I could have sworn was already there.
I could have sworn that was already there too. Like I remember doing an update at one point saying that would happen, and then seeing comments going, how come we're not getting these updates? Maybe they're just fixing it. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Iron Banner artifacts can be attained from rank 3 or from the rank 3 package. It doesn't guarantee that you're going to get it, but it can be.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Ghost Shells from rank 5 packages, and we're not playing Control anymore. We're playing Clash.
That's the change I'm most interested about.
That's definitely interesting.
What do you guys think about
bury the lead at the end there?
Yeah. And that's the thing that they led off with too in the update. What do you guys think about Clash overall for Iron Banner? I know a lot of people are very happy just to see a different game mode in general.
Like, I have officially played enough Control in year 1 of Destiny.
Yeah.
Like, I like the game mode. I think it's a good game mode, but I'm cool with them switching this up. I'd like to see this switch up, every once in a while,
Every two Iron Banners, maybe?
And I'm going to be the crazy guy out there and say, why don't we have an Iron Banner playlist?
Yeah. Because then it wouldn't feel special, even though
I think it would. I think you get an objective and mix it up a little bit. Give us an objective and a Slayer-based game mode. Maybe the objective mode this week is a 6v6 and the Slayer is a 3v3. Mm-hmm. And then flip-flop it. The next week it's a 3v3 control or a 3v3 objective game mode and a 6-player, Slayer.
But Pope, you have to realize that games like Fallout 4 and Call of Duty are going to come back, so Bungie has to have a way to draw players back in. And if Iron Banner is going on every week, and the luster of being able to come in and get all these shiny new toys is no longer going to be there.
All right.
God damn, that's a devious way to think about it, but I bet you're right.
I'm pretty sure that's how that's what they have in mind. Even though this is around about the same time that Iron Banner should be coming back.
Be nice to see a more consistent playlist that we could get, like an Inferno playlist. Give us, the different game modes in Inferno. Give us the Iron Banner, and I'm excited for an Inferno Trials. Let's go! Come on.
What do you guys think, though? Do you guys like Clash? I mean, it's not my favorite game mode, but I'm kind of okay with it just being different from Control for a change.
Yeah, different's better.
That's kind of how I'm looking at it. I'm like, hey, it's nice to have a fresh change. But at the same time, I could kind of care less about Clash.
Yeah, there's kind of only so many 6v6 play modes, though.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd like to see zone control, honestly, for Iron Banner, because that feels like that's more the spirit of Twilight Gap. Is we're trying to hold off, the last city, so we're gonna go hold off all these zones. Kills doesn't matter. It's all about time, really, until until we can last till morning light. Something lore that is in the Grimoire.
something lore.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see the drops. I hope that the Iron Banner packages happen something similar to how they did Trials of Osiris, where you can just go into your menu and open them up.
Yeah,
that'd be cool
too.
That would be nice. Yeah, that'd be really nice.
Yeah, more instantaneous rewards, and then you can get them in game, and you see your packages or your bounties completed. And you go in there and fire them up.
What light level do you think the artifacts are going to drop out if you happen to get one?
280.
286.
They need to own up and like start dropping some actual higher level artifacts aside from that one from a quest. Because right now
they also need to explain where you're going to get a 320 artifact.
You can't right now. You can't
right?
unless challenge modes. Which okay, look, I know Bungie. You're all about holding, trying out this new thing called time gated content. But seriously, like it's too much. It's too much at this point.
It really is. Yeah.
Now, if you need more time to finish it so it's good, that's fine too, but Jesus, we've known about some of this stuff for quite a while. You need to hurry up and release it.
I'll tell you what, though, if challenge mode was out like today, like let's say it got released today, I don't think I got a character ready for it. Like, I have been extraordinarily unlucky with drops from the raids.
Now, what do you consider unlucky? What are your characters at?
I consider unlucky what Briar's experienced.
My light level across the board is 311 or 312. And I've completed
311 or 312.
I've completed a raid on every character.
So you have no characters above 315.
I have no characters even close to 315.
Neither do I.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, no. I've been unlucky as well.
I have not received a helmet from the raid in hard mode or normal.
Wow. Okay. So then I've gotten lucky then. I just assumed I was about the average then.
No. I have not gotten
I don't think so, Pope.
For 2 characters.
I'm sitting one character's at 313, one's at 315, one's at 316.
Wow.
Yeah, you are on the higher end there, Pope. You're in the 1%. Yeah. I'm in the 1% too. My main hunter is at 315. I think one drop away from like 317. The light's in a really weird spot. But yeah, like the drops in general for some people have been very, very poorly received.
Weapons are not dropping for me. Nothing's dropping for me.
Are you guys using your moldering shards, and are you using your 3 of coins?
3 of coins.
3 of coins won't help you get.
Yeah, that's just exotic. I don't need exotic.
I know, but I have a feeling that, and maybe I'm wrong, but and it may just apply to it may be the moldering shards, but the extra legendary drops that I'm getting seem to only be dropping when I'm putting in my 3 of coins.
I think that's just you.
That's just your luck. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I went through the raid last night with a team, and I was like, wow, this Destiny loot system's really working, because I was just saying to myself, I really need boots. I really need a chest piece, and I'd like the hard mode helmet, right? And I got all 3 of them, and I was like, yes, okay, this is awesome.
I want to swear at you right now.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. I hate that guy.
Go ahead, Briar. I'll just edit it out.
Yeah,
like,
I
there
hate being that guy that says,
hey, in my body about the raid drops for me right now.
Okay, I'm sorry about
the helmets are not dropping. The pulse rifle is the only primary I get. I've gotten it, I think, 5 times from the hard mode. No others. It's unreal. Like, if I get a drop, it's always the same thing I had last time, or I've already got equipped, but a lower light level.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm getting 310s, hard mode 310s consistently. Like they come more often than you would think RNG would allow for, right?
Mm-hmm.
It seems like it's weighted toward the low end of the scale as far as like how frequently these things drop. you can't judge RNG based on one person's experience with it because, it's random, right? And one person might just, consistently just be getting that random number generated to drop low. But my entire raid team is sitting there at 312, and we've done hard mode every week it's been available.
See, my question right now is though, for the current content available, why do you need to be higher light level? Because clearly
you're coming.
Well,
I want to be ready for challenge mode.
Okay, well, we don't know what light level that's going to be at either right now.
That's true.
It says challenge mode, though. One would assume it's going to be challenging.
Yes. I would hope so, or else that would be very blatant false advertising.
But it's not like challenging to you, Briar. It's just challenging for the Destiny community.
It was challenging to build this. That's what it
yes,
implies.
That's what they're implying. Yeah, you're using the wrong challenge word.
I could talk a lot about raid drops, and I don't really want to take over the whole podcast with it because we got other stuff we want to talk about. But I kind of think that giving us 2 pieces of RNG on the raid drops kind of sucks.
I think moldering shards.
The RNG of getting, the helmet, right? If you want the helmet, you got the RNG of just getting the helmet, but then you got the second layer of RNG on what light it's going to drop at. And that makes it like really frustrating if it's not going in your favor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And also, but to be honest, one of the things that I think they did well with that kind of randomness of the drop. I like being able to switch what weapon I'm getting the bonus ammo for, or the perks on there. Mm-hmm. Being able to look at the raid armor and say, well, I got this raid armor piece and it fits perfectly, but does it give me more pulse rifle ammo or more fusion rifle ammo? Well,
it gives you more moldering shards.
Speaking of moldering shards,
enhances your moldering shards.
Yeah, speaking of moldering shards, can we please get moldering shards to actually drop hard mode loot in hard mode? Because right now they only drop normal mode loot.
Yeah,
it only drops it.
And I agree.
That's very.
I don't know what you crybabies are talking about. I got this. If you want to borrow my character, you can see what the new armor looks like.
I can't believe I haven't gotten a helmet on any of my characters yet. Like that just seems. One of the reasons I was so happy that Trials was giving away helmets this week was because I don't have any legendary helmets above 300 light unless I infuse them with exotics, which those don't come around every day. The light level for me has been a struggle, and it's because I'm not getting any drops out of hard mode.
Yeah, man. I feel you too. I've been on the same path. I did 2 hard mode raids on Tuesday night, and I think I got 1 light level bump. Like not like a whole light level overall character, but just 1 weapon was upgraded from 1 little bump, and that was it. And I had moldering shards on multiple occasions on multiple drops. Really,
you guys got to hurry up and get that done. The Ascendant Plane shader is awesome.
I know it is. I see.
Hope you're not winning any favors here in this conversation.
I'm just saying it's a really sexy shader, so you guys need to check it out.
That's overrated.
I don't
we are checking it out in the shader vendor.
Yeah, I don't even have the normal mode shader yet.
Oh yeah, that one's not as nice, but it's definitely good.
You know what?
I got another helmet.
Can we boot him from this call?
the Ferrari 458 isn't as good as the LaFerrari. No, I'm just saying, guys. You guys should definitely try this other one.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Hey, I'm that guy right now that's getting the good drops, and back in the House of Wolves, I got Jack.
There wasn't anything to get in House of Wolves.
Well,
that's true. You weren't missing anything.
Yeah. Well,
you could do Skullus even more. Nobody wanted to do Skullus.
Once you had that helmet for the Titan, you pretty much had everything worth getting.
Yeah, I can see that. I have been fortunate, and it is fun to see your characters getting higher up in the light. It's gonna.
Speaking of primary weapons, did you guys happen to check out the Ludmilla roll this week?
What?
The Ludmilla, it's the really slow rate of fire Hawkeye pulse rifle.
Yeah.
Yes. I did.
Oh dear God, it's beautiful. It is
Isn't it?
True thing of beauty. There's probably some footage right now playing of me using it. I hope, or maybe at some point in the podcast it was playing. One of the few times I'll ever actually acknowledge that I hope you are watching the footage in the podcast because it's so good. It is a 100% 2-shot weapon. As long as every single shot lands on the target, it doesn't have to be headshots. As long as every single shot lands, it will 2-shot someone. It is a beautiful, beautiful weapon. And the role this week is especially good with counterbalance. That makes it very easy to control the recoil, plus crowd control, which makes, 6v6 hilarious. If you land all headshots and you have crowd control active, it'll do 140 damage in a single burst. So if you're still holding on to your package, stop that, you foolish person, and go buy it.
I mistakenly didn't buy any orders this time. I forgot.
Yeah, me too.
You fool!
Oh man,
I was really bummed out.
That was
I
a
realized
bad week
it.
to do that, yeah.
I realized it on Sunday too, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
I
I
bought
wish
them.
they would at least offer those till Monday.
I know.
Yeah, here's okay. I think they need to change it. I think they need to make it during weekly reset for when you can't buy it anymore, because it's way too easy to forget about those. Way too easy.
It goes away on Friday, right?
It goes away when Xur leaves.
Yeah, it goes away when Xur leaves. Also, you have the thing of you have to hold on to the damn package for the entire time that you're holding it, which promotes you to go, I'm going to not hold on to it, so I don't have to, play.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened for me 2 weeks in a row. Thank you, Dado, for giving me footage.
So I try and buy them on my Titan, and I try to run the raid on Tuesday, like right off the bat on my Titan. Get it out of the way so that I'm not transferring gear all the time to my Titan, and then just buy all the stuff and leave it on my Titan and run the raid later.
My Titan is my mule for all that stuff. I got him up to rank 3, and now I just buy all the stuff with him. It'll be my Warlock later on because I don't even play my Warlock.
I was wondering if you guys even like this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. It's Maddie IS 728. Asks, how are you guys feeling about the burnout happening right now?
I absolutely love that question, actually.
Okay.
I mean, personally, I went on vacation because I was feeling such burnout, but that's more burnout related due to my job. As far as Destiny burnout thing goes, I can completely understand people feeling burnout at this time, and it's completely okay, in my opinion. I remember I think we had the same discussion in Dark Below and in House of Wolves, and we all pretty much came to the same conclusion of, look, it's fine to feel that way. They've definitely designed Destiny for you to come back to, special events, and you should go play other games because there's fantastic games out there that are being made, and it would be a disservice to just not play them because you want to, slave away at Destiny. Yeah, it'll still be here.
Yep.
I'm not feeling burnout right now because I am playing Black Ops 3 right now. And Fallout 4 right now. So it's like, to be honest with you, I'm having trouble fitting all my game time in. I'm like, burnout is the farthest thing from my mind. I'm just trying to get everything I want to get done.
Yeah.
I feel the same as Briar. I've been playing zombies on Black Ops 3 and, mixing that up, enjoying the hell out of that, and then finding myself having a hard time deciding if it's going to be a Destiny night or a Black Ops Zombies night.
Metal Gear Solid still for me. Game's fun as shit.
That's awesome. Yeah, I also took a different approach for the Taken King this time around, because last time during any DLC for year 1, I would smoke through it as fast as possible. I would just try to just gobble as much as I could, and just both because I was a YouTuber and also the interest level of the game. This time around, I chose to be cautious over what I crunched through as fast as possible. I picked what I wanted to have for YouTube content, and then I left other things available to enjoy and not be ahead of the game on. Like, for instance, I still haven't gotten my No Time to Explain quest done, and I'm looking forward to it. I still have that. It's the thing that I can do. I'll probably never do the first curse, or the first curse, because
not missing anything.
Because that gun is garbage.
You're not missing anything. Before I left on Monday, or whenever I was getting footage. I think it was on Tuesday night, and I had to get footage for First Curse for my review this week because I didn't want to have to play with the damn thing when I got back. And it was just the most infuriating thing. It was so bad to try to get footage with it. And then, of course, as I'm complaining about it, I go into a rumble and just fucking annihilate everything with it, which was kind of funny to see.
Yeah, so in terms of burnout for me, I've avoided it both by not trying to do everything possible and max all my characters out, and also, just like you guys have been talking about, these games that are fantastic that are out. I've been doing personal streams on my own channel where I don't play Destiny at all, And I only play Destiny on PlanetDestiny on Twitch, and I play these other games on my own channel, and it's been awesome. I've been getting to get through this catalog of stuff that I wanted to play, and also play the new games that are coming out, and it brings such a refreshing viewpoint to then go back and raid. I'm like, oh, it's fun to raid, get some drops. Let's say I get some crappy drops. I'm like, okay, whatever. Next week is another week, and I go back to raiding the Wasteland. It's awesome.
Yeah. The primary draw for me at this point in Destiny is actually raiding with my friends or playing Trials of Osiris with my friends.
Yeah.
Like, I just have a ton of fun doing that. I'm laughing the whole time. Like, even when we're streaming, that's kind of what I like to do when I stream, because I just really enjoy doing it. And we're having a blast. Last night we had a bet, like, if one of the guys could get to Oryx without dying, then another guy had to do something really stupid that I can't say on stream or on the podcast. So, like, it got to the point where there's one guy trying to hit this guy off at every ledge with his sword because he didn't want to have to do the dumb thing. And then everybody else, there were 4 guys protecting that guy, trying to save his life. It was just hilarious, Unfortunately, he died on the ship puzzle, so it was really short-lived.
Yeah.
I don't know. Burnout is going to happen at different rates for everybody.
Exactly.
And also, depending on how you play the game.
Yeah. That's why I've taken a different approach this time around, because I didn't want to have a dread feel of being like, oh no, I played everything by the time of right now. I still feel like there's things that I haven't done. And I'm okay with that. And I may not do those things this month. I may wait till next month, and then more stuff comes out potentially. It's going to be interesting. I'm keeping the carrot ahead of me just because I know that I play this game a lot, period. And I don't want to experience maximum burnout, in other words, because that's how you hit that wall.
I don't want to experience House of Wolves level burnout again. No, thank you.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's funny because this is actually something that happens in other MMOs like World of Warcraft. It happens there too. Of course, it's on a much larger scale, but there's still a lot of people who only log in once per week to raid, or once per day to do their quick daily bounties or whatever their daily quests. But yeah, like I think it's something that happens in this style of game a lot, and it's completely okay as well. Yeah. I mean, hell, if you guys want to go watch a great interview, go watch Luke Smith and Giant Bomb at E3, where Luke Smith essentially says, look, it's okay for you to not play Destiny every week. We want you to go play other games as well. You can come pick up Destiny again when it looks appealing. Yeah.
I got a related question here.
Mm-hmm.
It's by, I think it's Pacheco, at J Pacheco. He asks, how do you feel about the Taken King and how they time-gated everything and how it's died so easy? So I'm not real sure what he means in that last part.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he means about that last part. Well, I think I'll take the first part of this again. I think time gating overall was a great thing to introduce. I think they implemented it rather poorly though. Like it feels like someone on marketing described what time gating was, and then some engineer did it, and then it came up with this weird twisted thing. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the picture of someone describing a tire swing, and then it goes through all the corporate bullshit, and it never actually is what it is. But basically, they need to respect people's time more with the time gating itself, because I mean, look at Tefty. He didn't get the paradox thing because he wasn't able to play that day or something. It's like, well, what the hell? What I mean, and you're a YouTuber. You should be the one that's playing every day. So there's all these people that can't do this one particular thing. I know right now, as we're recording this podcast, the Lost to Light Daily is available. I think Dado and I are going to go try to run people through that, get people their black spindles. Respect that not everyone else can play at every single possible moment.
We had talked about this before, and it was, there's a community time gating that is okay for content initially coming out. But then after that, it needs to be personal time gating and not remain community time gated. Because I think Sleeper Simulant is still the 7th of every month.
Yeah, it happened.
Which is like a dirty joke.
Yeah, I was seeing reports of people able to get it the day after as well. But I was on vacation. I have no idea if this is true. Yeah, so that'll be something I'll have to test out. If they time gated properly, they should definitely be able to just be like, okay, after this date, it'll be available for everyone. Cool. That seems very fair in terms of time gating.
Just because you have a 9-to-5 job doesn't mean you shouldn't be able to keep up with your friends, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
completely agree.
Or because the days that you play on happen to be different than the days Bungie releases stuff on.
Yeah, hadn't like Lost to Light, it's always been on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. Something like that.
Yeah.
Today's the first Thursday.
I do like the time gating in the fact that they're releasing content over time. Like, they didn't just dump it all on us on the release date. Like, how we're kind of getting this just trickle. Like, every Tuesday, you have no idea what's going to happen. Like, I know, Patrick, you wake up and you're kind of like, all right, so what are they going to drop on us today? Like, what am I making a video about
I don't do
today?
it anymore. I don't do it anymore.
No?
No.
Well, for a few weeks after the Taken King came out, it felt like 2 or 3 times a week there was just like a brand new surprise. Like,
yeah,
whoa.
pretty much.
And it was cool. Like, I liked it. I really did. It seems to have slowed down a little bit now, but that's fine because Fallout 4. How do you guys feel about the shooting in Destiny and how it's what's it done to your skills in Call of Duty and Halo?
It definitely took away some of my aiming skill. Playing Destiny for a year and having that kind of cushiony aim assist definitely made me a pleb when it comes to aiming in Halo. I was really surprised, actually, because I used to be really good at just no-scoping and snapshotting people with the sniper rifle, and that has deteriorated completely from playing Destiny.
Yeah, I noticed it too. My PvP skills, my multiplayer skills have definitely gone down because there's a lot of help that you're given in Destiny.
Yeah. Yep. And also 60 frames per second. It's a very different feeling.
Yeah.
What Destiny did to me is made me think that I was a better PvP player than I was.
That's an interesting way of putting it, Pope.
I just basically snapped back to reality. It was
there goes gravity.
in Call of Duty I was 1.8, 2.0 KD average player. In Destiny, from just what I see consistently, I'm seeing a higher KD in games on Destiny than I would say I'm a Halo player or a Destiny player, or I mean Halo or Call of Duty. So it took me a little while to adjust to what my expectations were when I played. I was getting frustrated because I was playing Call of Duty and I'm going like, I'm not going on these terrors like I do in Destiny. And then I realized it's like, oh, well, this is what I was doing before Destiny. So I really just think that's the perspective that I'm taking on it.
All right. So Rezo Deception, I think it's at Deception with multiple like letters and number substitutions. When do you think the year 1 exotics will be transferred into year 2? I like this as a when, not an if.
such optimism right there. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was the question? I blanked.
Year 1 exotics 2.
Yeah,
one more time.
When are they going to get transferred?
Oh, when are
year 1
transferred?
exotics going to become year 2 accessible?
Was completely incapable of actually thinking there. That was fun. When are they going to get transferred? I don't know.
Well,
I really want to see the bones of AU. I really want to see the bones in year 2. Nice. I just love the way that it makes my hunter able to go out and explore and be more agile and get into places that, you couldn't get to and be able to dodge people in PvP. For the Titan, it would be really good to see the armamentarium back.
Oh God.
Why?
What's wrong with armamentarium?
Yeah.
Double lightning nades?
Yeah, give me my grenades back.
No, double blinding grenades.
No, I'm gonna put them on my solar Titan, so I have double fusions.
Oh, you're awful.
Oh, that no.
Any respect, take your arm, Jesus, and drown yourself in a bottle
there,
of liquor.
Pope.
Any respect I just had for you went out the window.
No, come on, man. That's the way I want to play it.
You can go choke on those fusion nades.
All right.
I think they're going to be kind of released as the year goes on. I think they're all going to come out eventually, but I think it's going to be it's another time gate thing. It's just going to be we're slowly going to see them trickle out. Maybe like when DLCs come out, we'll see a bunch of them come out again. Maybe like the next DLC. Let's say imagine the next DLC came out in January. Maybe we'd see like the Mida Multi-Tool, Galahorn.
Oh, yes.
Like a few more
Galahorn,
come out.
really?
Galahorn.
What about the year 2 exotics that we don't know how to get or that were like bugged and people got? Because at this point, I'm like, yo, Bungie, release it because it's in your armory, it's in your database, and this isn't data mine stuff at this point. You guys are showing that it exists. Please, I want my crazy new boots. I want my skip grenade gloves.
I think also that they're doing this in a way, like you guys said, this is time gating content to be able to be like, there's nothing really special about this particular week. We could release an exotic that people start getting.
Yeah.
I think they're going to do that. I think they're going to continue doing that with year one exotics. I hope they don't bring back things like Armamentarian, and I don't want to see the Galahorn in year 2. Year 3, I wouldn't mind seeing the Galahorn, but this year I think we should be Galahornless.
They have changed a lot of perks. They've rejiggered a lot of the year 1 stuff to move it into year 2.
That's true.
So, and they nerfed the Galahorn, so I'm kind of with you. Like, I had enough Galahorn.
Yeah, I don't want to see people talk about Galahorn.
Come back like sometime in the late future, or like far away. That'd be really cool to see it make a return. Maybe like in year 10 of Destiny, when we're finally fighting like the biggest, most badass boss of all time in Destiny. The Galahorn makes
Randall
the
Vandal.
Randall the Vandal. He's behind it all. He is the darkness.
The ultimate god.
The Last Mohican asks, has adding bounties to trials been a good thing?
Yes. Definitely.
Oh, that was an easy answer. There we go.
Yeah.
I finally got
let's
legendary
talk about it
helmets
real
above
quick.
300.
Yeah, let's talk about it real quick. It's actually really awesome being able to go in, grab those bounties. It's also way more convenient to turn them in right there instead of going to Brother Vance. Brother Vance is great. I love seeing Brother Vance. But at the same time, it was annoying having to fly into there and say, hey, man, here's my bounties. Don't give me my stuff. So I think it's great that they've done it this way. And I think the reward system is better off for it, this method.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
completely agree.
It's nice. And you can, while you're in your card, still going, like if you happen to get something awesome out of that, you can kind of just continue your card using that new awesome thing.
Don't have to go to Brother Vance to go buy your boots so you can get your light level up and then actually have a chance at living.
Taking away 2 less loading screens, great.
Yeah, smart. Absolutely.
Well, and speaking of staying in and having fun, I really like that I can have a flawless card and continue to help a friend and keep going past 8, and try to see how many teams we could defeat. Because you match up against other people that are like 8-0, right?
Yeah, you're more likely to.
More likely to. So we wanted to play really good players. So we went back in and kept playing. That's sort of a challenge in itself. We thought of it as a competitive, a chance to play other competitive teams. Mm-hmm. And some of the best games that I have had in Destiny were during trials, this past trials, doing that.
Darkblade at Darkblade Boss says, would you like to see challenge modes in the year 1 raids? Of course,
sure.
I would.
Oh,
of course.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
I would love that.
Did you just ask me, do you want more content in Destiny? Yes.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, I kind of still think Destiny has that problem. There's still not enough content in Destiny.
Well, there's
it's
not.
also because they took away a lot. Yeah, think of all the strikes that we can't.
It's
play
no
anymore.
longer irrelevant. It's no longer, or it's no longer relevant, not irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's no longer relevant. Yeah, I mean, I would like to go fight a Taken Sephix Prime.
Yeah,
that'd be really
awesome
nice.
idea though. That it's part of the No Time to Explain quest to go in and kill Atheon. Like that is genius in my book. Like I hope they continue to do that.
All right, guys, that was the 44th Planet Destiny podcast. I should probably check these things even after I mess up the intro, which seems like it's a funny gag, but it's because I genuinely can never remember. If you want to find me, this has been Patrick Casey. And you can go on the YouTubes. You can go at Holtzman_PD on the Twitters.
Baby. Back from vacation.
Yeah, and I'm back from vacation. And there's currently if you hear background noise right now, it's because there are a lot of people in my house, and there's getting ready to be a nice, fun after party for some event that's going on here. So it'll be great. It'll be great. I'm gonna go have fun.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I'm Briar Rabbit. You can find me at the Briar Rabbit on Twitter. You can find me at the Briar Rabbit channel on YouTube, or streaming for Planet Destiny on Twitch.
I am Tefty Teft. You can talk to me at Teft on Twitter. You can check out my personal YouTube channel, Tefty Teft Games, and catch the streams that I do for Planet Destiny on Planet Destiny, or actually twitch.tv/planet_destiny. Yeah.
And this has been Pope Bear. You can always follow me on Twitter at Pope Bear. And I also have some stream times on Planet Destiny. So come watch me there.
Awesome, guys. I think we had a good podcast this week. Good discussion. Feels good to be back from vacation.
Nice.
I feel rested. I feel rested.
Nice. You sound good, man.
Mentally, I feel rested. Physically, whatever. I have a shitty sleep schedule. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next week.